In this video, we find out where the cameraman in red got the hacking device. What do those symbols on the board really mean? Where did this new scientist come from? And who is he? Why didn't the cameraman in red want us to go the other way? This and much more in this video. There are so many secrets and details in this series. Be sure to watch to the end so you don't miss them. And most importantly, grab your tea and cookies and sit back as you're in for a 10-minute immersion into the Skibidi world. So hi everyone, it's Razmik here, and Dafuq on my birthday gave me a present and published part 2 of episode 68. I'm just kidding, he just did it. 10 days dafuqboom did the second part. People, I have a small request to you. Let's on my birthday to gain a record for this channel. 500 likes, I think we can do it. Because before we gained 350 likes, let's still make the balance of the universe. Let's not watch videos without subscribing. Thank you very much, okay? Let's get to the analysis, traditionally. Let's start with the description of this video. This time, Dafuq, under his video, wrote, "Squad goes deep into Skibidi lab, so it turns out this base and lab. Now let's get to the episode itself. The second part of episode 68 starts with the speaker, man interrogating Skibidi Toilet with a baton, and this Skibidi can't even sing his song, you just listen. We also notice a big camera name, but no longer as a cameraman. He's a little busy right now. He's spinning the Skibidi Toilet like a Rubik's Cube. There's also a black speaker. We also notice a cameraman twin who stands guard. This agent uses a gun, a paralyzer. You can see how professional they are. You can immediately see that they are not confused and they have some kind of plan. And you just look at how epic the cameraman flushes that toilet. Next, the cameraman, which is where the footage is coming from, pulls out a plunger from the toilet. That's not a very nice thing to do. Of course, wait a minute, and we immediately realize that this cameraman is Plunger Man. Next, we notice the Skibidi logo has been changed. On the left is the cameraman in red, and he's somehow breaking down doors. But for some reason, he doesn't trust anyone with his device. Let's make it brighter. The red cameraman demonstrates his new device that can break into doors. The cameraman on the right wants to look at the device, but his hand remains in the air. And in order not to embarrass himself, he had to show a like, red cameraman. Of course, wait a minute. Why does he have that device? Where did he get this device? Who gave it to him? Could it be the Dafuq? But look, the glow is green. In this universe, only dafuqboom can hack, and also in the full version of episode 68, there was another character next to Dafuq. I can't say for sure, so I'll wait for your opinion in the comments. The doors finally crack and open. Here we notice 3 toilets, and they have 6 limbs each. On the left, the toilet has a phone on his hands, and I was wondering what he was looking at in the phone. And these 2 toilets, which are on the right, were destroyed by a paralyzer gun. Next, what is on the left attacks the black speaker man. Plunger Man also does not stand still and immediately attacks the toilet with a plunger. Fortunately, here you cannot see what he was looking at in the phone, but I found a small gaff from Dafuq. In this frame, you can see how the textures disappear on the left hand, and here are all the agents in the assembly. But at the same time, the cameraman in red is breaking down another door. And wait, why this door? Why is the cameraman in red breaking into the door on the left? And did you notice this moment? Because in this series, it may seem that the red cameraman is some kind of leader because everyone follows him, and all because he can crack doors, and the agents found out about it at the end of the 67th episode. The other agents trust the cameraman in red, and everyone follows him. And whatever door he opens, they all go right after it. Maybe he's leading them somewhere. This is where you have to think hard. Look again. He hacks. The doors open, and he calls out to them. It's only the plungerman who notices the device, because the plungerman has seen from the back. And as soon as the plungerman wants to look at the device, there's some movement from behind, and all the agents take notice. Big cameraman wants to end this and pulls out his rocket. Plungerman wants to check this place, but let's look at this moment again. The cameraman in red doesn't want the agents to go to the right, because he already opened the door on the left. Because dafuqboom wrote in his social network that not everyone is on your side. Cameraman in red, I still suspect, but only 50%. So far, 50%. There are 2 versions. Either the cameraman in red is a cruel traitor who wanted to lead the way and then betray all the agents, or the cameraman in red knew that there would be a lot of Skibidi toilets on the right, and he just wanted to lead everyone on a safe road. But I think it's probably the first option. I look forward to your opinion. Still, Plunger Man decided to go right. Also here we notice a board with different papers, and also open drawers. Unfortunately, we can't see what was there. And finally, we will see what is going on there. And this is some kind of toilet factory, or to be more precise, this is where Skibidi toilets are being improved.
This is where Skibidi toilets get radioactive substances and are thus improved. By the way, let's remember what the Skibidi base looked like before this episode. In episode 16, the cameramen launched a spy into the base and thus explored their base. But unfortunately, this fake toilet was revealed, and the toilet and the agent were destroyed. And now look how the base of Skibidi Toilet has improved. At the bottom, we notice small offices where office toilets work. At the top, we can notice barrels with chemical elements. And for the first time, radioactive substances. We noticed 55 series. There appeared a skeletonized Skibidi toilet from 51 episodes, but it was destroyed twice, and in 2 cases it was destroyed by cameraman Titan and chemical weapons. For the first time we noticed in the first part of 67 series, and now every Skibidi uses this substance. And by the way, look at the graphics of this series. They are getting better and better. Well done, dafuqboom. Next, the big cameraman wants to destroy them all again, and his desire can be seen in his facial expressions, but Plungerman forbids him. Next, our cameraman wants to see what's going on there, but he has a green color interference on the screen, and also in the distance we see a green glow. I think this is the glow of dafuqboom. And also on the upper right corner we notice the inscriptions transmission error and recordings error. The thing is that all this recording and all these activities are happening in the television, and the TV man is transmitting this big TV man. After this error, we notice the agent standing behind us and just watching. Then somehow the alarm goes off, and it's unclear how they revealed themselves. Alarm! Alarm! Who hit the alarm button?
Remember what I said about the red cameraman? What if he stopped the plunger man on purpose? Next, we notice here a reference to the character Walter White. The Skibidi welder notices the plunger man, the rest of the Skibidi toilets too. BTW, the big cameraman is aiming for radioactive material and shoots right at the target. And while the Skibidi toilets are distracted by this, the agents escape. Cameraman in red finally closes the doors, and I'm wondering why now? Why didn't the cameraman in red close the doors right away? It's not just picking on him. As you remember in the last part of episode 67, the cameraman in red closed the doors early. Of course, he's the weirdest agent ever. I even made a separate video about him. You can watch it on the top right corner. Next, the agents try to escape from Skibidi, but here you can notice some symbols on the board, and they look very much like YouTube hyperlink legs. Let's take a closer look to check this out. We need to copy this and go to YouTube. Select any video. Next, we need to delete all the things that come after the equal sign. After that, paste our copied symbol. Well, let's see what it is. And we have a video that opens up in the access link. Opens the same video with Godzilla. About this video on our channel, we have a breakdown. You can look at the top right corner. Let's see that in the description of Leisure Just Wrote lol. And also, there are only 900 views. And this video was published on December 4th. And we learned about this meme video on this very day. But the thing is that Dafuq said that this video was not made by him. There are 2 options. Either he was joking, or he liked this video so much that he decided to make a reference in his series. But most likely, it is the first option, as the animation is very high quality, and the title of the video wrote, Godzilla was humiliated. In these frames, you can see what was depicted on these boxes. The big cameraman gets shot in the back, but does not give up and gives a counterpunch. Further in the way of the agents appears some kind of new scientist. Yes, a scientist. And he's so brutal that to destroy the agents, he even destroys his own kind. Poor toilet. Plunger Man makes it to the elevator, but the big cameraman doesn't. You can get a close-up look at this new scientist here. I think this moment is a reference to the Johnny meme. Would have taken a little longer for this scientist to open the doors, but the agents were able to deal with him. They used a paralyzer gun against him, as well as darts like the camera woman. Also, yes, a rocket. I think it was after that this scientist fell behind them, but I think they'll meet with him again. Let's get a closer shot. This scientist is laughing, and it feels like everything is going according to his plan, and that he's going to find them. Now, why I call him a scientist is because the image of this toilet was taken from a Half-Life game, and in that game there was the exact same character, and he was a scientist named Isaac Liner. The agents go a few floors. He couldn't take it anymore. Look at that hole. Look how strong his lasers are. The big cameraman wants to say something, and then I notice the second gaff from Dafuq. The lighting changes drastically. The big cameraman gives up his lens and gives his last one, thus hinting to you that you still haven't liked this video. And who has, thank you very much. Well, press F cameraman. He was a good fighter. Now there are only 10 agents left. The agents are, of course, upset, by the way. Another lighting gaff. The plunger man takes his plunger man, and the doors finally open.
and there's a huge corridor waiting for them in the distance. And, by the way, that's the same ending in Episode 4, Part 67. I think it is in this series. Finally, will be my theory with the separation of agents, but I think that this theory is still impossible that it all happened in one series, because at dafuqboom, all series happen from the first person and from one character. But dafuqboom does not make primitive series, so we should expect some exclusive series and not repetitive. By the way, there is one theory about repeats, that everything repeats. If you're interested, let's get 500 likes. Still subscribe to the channel and click on the bell not to miss new videos. Well, you can also watch the theory versus tvmen Titan at the end, as well as about cameraman in a red shirt and not only. But, okay, you were on the Razmeek channel, and yours was Razmeek. I'll meet you in other videos. Bye, everyone.